Hello everyone, this is Nirmalendu Nirmal. So we are going to learn about the physical quantities in this session. As you can see on the screen, we will learn about the physical quantities, measurements, units, etc. So let's start. At first, we'll talk about the measurement. Actually, the measurement is the process of finding exact value of the unknown quantity by comparing it with a known fixed quantity. Okay, known fixed quantity. So this process of finding the exact value is known as the measurement. Suppose that if we are in the two glasses, suppose that this is the one glass and this is the second glass, or you can say that in the two different types of vessels are there. This is the glass and this in the jug. Okay, in the jug in the both the water is there. Okay, little bit this much. So how can we say that in which the water is more and in which the water is less? Okay, for that we'll have to get that how much means what is the quantity of the water. We will have to know about the quantity of the water, then only we can compare. Actually this comparison is known as the measurement. So we compare with the known fixed quantity, means some fixed quantity has been taken as the standard. Suppose that this much quantity has been taken as the standard, that this is the 1 liter. Okay, and according to this we measure that how many times it is. Suppose that it is 2 liter, 3 liter, 4 liter, or like that, and we'll compare this. So in whichever the quantity is more, means in that we can say that yeah, the water is more. So for the comparison, one measurement has been taken, means one parameters have been taken. So actually measurement is the process of the comparison of the quantities. Measurement is the process of finding the exact value. How? By comparison with the fixed known quantity. Okay, suppose that this is the in this the milk is there, and we don't know, it means it is the unknown quantity. The milk the quantity of the milk is unknown. So we'll find the value, we'll find the quantity of the milk in this jug. Okay, by the comparison. How will we comparison? Will comparison with a known fixed quantity. Okay, so known fixed quantity, what is the known fixed quantity? It means some quantity has been taken as the standard, that okay, this is the this much quantity will be assumed as the 1 liter, and we'll compare that how many times the quantity there in the jug. So then we will get the value, or will get the quantity, that how much milk is there in the pot. Okay, you must have observed that if you are going to purchase the things in the market or at the grocery shop or to the vegetable seller, then you must have seen that they also use the balance. Okay, one side they put some things, and one side, okay, they keep the things whatever we are going to purchase, and they compare. Okay, so this measurement, this is the fixed quantity. With this thing, the vegetable seller is going to compare the quantity of the vegetable, and when it will be equal, then we will get that. It means this is the known quantity, and with this we are going to compare this, and then we get that, oh okay, this is 1 kg, this is 2 kg, like that. So this is the known fixed quantity, and with this we are going to compare, okay, the quantity of this vegetable. So this process of comparison is known as the measurement. Means means this is the process of finding the exact value, that what is the value of this what is the value of the unknown quantity of the vegetable. We'll get that, okay, this is 1 kg. It means we have got the exact quantity of the vegetable. So this process of finding the exact value is known as the measurement. I hope that you understood. So once again I repeat the definition, that the process of finding exact value of the unknown quantity by comparing it with a known fixed quantity is known as measurement, and that known fixed quantity is known as unit. That will learn in the next topic. Okay, now we'll talk about the physical quantities. What are physical quantities? Actually all the quantities that can be measured, known as physical quantities. All those quantities which can be measured. Quantity means what? Like length, mass, distance. We can say length means distance, mass, weight, we can say area, time, temperature, volume. A lot of quantities are there. Okay, so which quantities can be measured, those are called physical quantities. So we know that the length can be measured, mass also can be measured, area also can be measured, time also can be measured, temperature also can be measured. So these things, these quantities are known as physical quantities. Once I repeat that, what are physical quantities? All those quantities that can be measured, sorry, D is missing here, measured should be there. Okay, which can be measured are known as physical quantities. For example, few example has been given here. Now we'll talk about the fundamental quantities and derived quantities. Means physical quantities are of two types. Okay, physical quantities are of two types, one fundamental and one is derived. So we'll talk about those one by one. Fundamental quantities, the physical quantities which are unique and do not depend on another quantity. Okay, those are called fundamental quantities, like length, mass, time, temperature. These quantities does not depend upon the another quantities. So you have the confusion in your mind that how some quantities depend and some quantities don't depend. So we'll learn this, then we can relate or we can get the difference, then you will understand both the things. Let me complete this. Okay, so the physical quantities which are unique and do not depend on another quantity are called fundamental quantities, such as length, mass, time, temperature, electric current, etc. These are the fundamental quantities because these do not depend upon the another one. How? Suppose that if we will talk about the speed. Okay, actually speed is equal to distance by sorry, let me write again. Speed is equal to distance by time. So speed is also the physical quantity because speed can be measured. So this is the physical quantity. So it depends upon two more quantities, and those are distance and time. Okay, so speed depends upon distance also and time also. It means this is not the fundamental quantity. I hope that you are understanding now that whichever quantities don't depend upon another quantities, those are known as fundamental quantities. So distance doesn't depend upon the another quantity like speed, and time also doesn't depend upon the another quantities. Okay, it is unique, it is free. Okay, it is unique, that's why these are called the fundamental quantities. So these some are there, and total 7 fundamental quantities are there. The total number of the fundamental quantities is 7. Okay, and those are length, mass, time, temperature, electric current, luminous intensity, and the amount of the substances. Okay, some of the terms are new to you, so don't worry, we will study about these things in the next classes. Okay, now we will talk about the derived quantity, just opposite of this. Okay, so these the fundamental quantities don't depend upon the another quantity, so just opposite of these the derived quantities are there. So derived quantities are those quantities which are derived from the fundamental quantities. Means the quantities which depend upon the fundamental quantities are known as derived quantities. Just now we have taken the example of speed. Speed depends upon the distance and time, those are fundamental quantities. So speed is the derived quantity. Okay, speed depends upon two fundamental quantities, and those are distance and time. Okay, so this is not unique, this depend upon the fundamental quantities, so this is the derived quantity. I hope that you understood. So some of the examples of derived quantities are given, like speed, volume also depends upon the different quantity, like force also depends, mass and acceleration, etc. Density also depends upon the different quantities. Okay, mass by volume. Okay, density is equal to mass by volume. We know that it means it depends upon the different quantities. So the quantities which depends upon another quantities are called derived quantities, and the fundamental quantities are those quantities which are unique, which do not depend upon the another quantities. So I hope that all of you have understood. So in this session this much only. We'll continue this chapter in the next session. Till that time, bye bye, have a nice day and stay healthy.